Hello, I'm Jacinta and I have over 100 houseplants. Thanks for stopping by at my planty corner. Let's go through how I style mine by elevating them and adding different supports. For me, houseplants are living decor and something which you can style to suit your own tastes. I like to elevate mine using dedicated plant stands, but also use tables, stools and other items which aren't technically meant for plants but work well. I also like to stake my houseplants, and again I use dedicated plant stakes such as these poles. I also use trellises, and then again everyday items like chopsticks. So let's get into it. I have my big beautiful Monstera Thai constellation on a stool which is actually meant for the bathroom or shower as it is waterproof, but I think it is so gorgeous that I have it now as a plant stand. Now Monsteras like to be supported because they grow on trees in the wild. I have used a branch for mine. It's one that I just found outside. It is sturdy, it is tall, it is natural, and you don't need to buy something new. I have my begonia maculata sitting on just a cute little table that I found. It gets the full morning sun, which is what gives us these gorgeous red leaves. I use real plant stakes for this one, and these are also bendy poles. I love to add height to my houseplants, so in here we've got my philodendron pink princess and my Monstera Adansonii. The pink princess is sitting on a vintage wicker basket just to lift it up and give it some height. I have this one staked with quite a long piece of bamboo, which just helps to keep it upright. My Monstera Adansonii, also known as the monkey mask, has a bendy coco coir pole to help it grow up as well instead of having it trail down. I do like the look of both, but if you want bigger foliage, then it's best to support your plants and help them to grow up. I also have the pot sitting on this piece of wood just for some more height and dimension. I have my gorgeous Raven ZZ plant, or the Zanzibar gem, in a ceramic planter with a plant stand. These two pieces did not come together, but they fit together perfectly. Again, another way to add some height and interest. So this is one of my favorite plant stands, and it is a real plant stand, so it's a 5-tiered metal plant stand. Pretty self-explanatory, but I love the way it looks. I love the way it's quite neutral and the plants are really shine. Behind it I have one of my Monsteras, which is on a stool, just a regular stool for a person. And then I have a little plant stool here as well for my fiddly fig, which I propagated and planted. So we have a little wooden plant stool. And then my fiddle leaf fig, or the Ficus lyrata, which I chopped and propped and planted once it had rooted. You could leave this on the floor, but elevating them really adds more space, as you can see the ground below, and makes your home not look crowded. My Monstera is just on a stool from IKEA. I think it was like $10, but it actually looks like it is part of the pot. I often get asked where I got this pot with the legs from, and they're two separate pieces which I've just put together. To stop this Monstera taking over the wall, I do have another bamboo stick in this one. I also have some hooks in there which I use to hook the different leaves together to stop it splaying out as well. Let me show you. So this is one of the hooks that I've got, and you can see as soon as I let it go, this has fallen down. So adding that in really helps to control your foliage. We have another pot and planter, which is technically not supposed to go together, but looks stunning. Again, you can just buy these separately. These come in white and black. And just pop your plant on top. If you're wondering how I keep my Chinese money plant growing so upright, there is 2 reasons. One is I make sure I am pivoting it so it gets even growth and light on all sides. And the other reason is because I have staked it. Very fancy with a chopstick. So you see it does stand up on its own because it has been leaning on this and has grown that way. If yours starts to lean over, grab a bamboo chopstick. My big beautiful bird of paradise is also on a stool, the same as my Monstera deliciosa is. This is because if it isn't on the stool, then the foliage is too low and you can't really sit on this lounge without being in a jungle, which is, you know, not a bad thing. So I have it elevated on a stool. I also have a stunning cactus here, which is on my air purifier, which may seem a little rogue. I always try and add a plant to help style a space. My Ficus lyrata bambino is also on a little plant stand, which it did not come with, but which makes a cute combo. I also find it is cheaper to buy pots and plant stands separately, so there's that as well. I am not a moss pole girly. I don't like the maintenance or the look of them. You can use a trellis or a chopstick or a branch or a cocoa coir pole, anything really. You can buy something new or use something you already have. The same goes for plant stands. You can buy specific stands for plants, or you can go out and look for stools. I have also used bar stools before as well.